And if that wasn't enough, here's Molly.
Oh, thank you, Gavin. He's enough any day. Now, listen, I'd like to congratulate all the young designers from the Fashion Design Council. There's been some fantastic costumes today, and it just goes to show you that the youth of this country are really creative. And congratulations also to the models, because there's some pretty hot models amongst them. All right, there's a frog in my throat, I think. Listen, I'm off to America, and hopefully next week we'll be doing on Countdown some reports from America. I'm going over for the last Jackson's concert, and that should be a buzz in itself, and I just hope to sneak off to Toronto to have a look at Prince. All right, talking about the US, let's have a look at the US top 5 for this week. And at number 5 is Tina Turner, my favourite, Better Be Good to Me. Ah, she's good now, Tina. Hall & Oates at number 4 with Out of Touch, great song. At number 3, Chaka Khan, I Feel For You. Love dancing to that number. Great one, Chaka, Chaka, Chaka. At number 2, drop from number 1, Purple Rain, Prince.
Sit down, Molly.
Oh, I am sitting down. Fool that Grant. Wham! Sold out their first concert in Sydney, sold out their first concert in Melbourne, and up to their second ones. Keep those petitions running in, and we'll give them to Paul Dainty. All right, I'll tell you, one artist that is very underrated in this country has had one major hit, and that's Nik Kershaw, but the other songs that have been released haven't really been given the airplay. I tell you what, though, in England, he is just so consistent with his hits, it's ridiculous. And this is no exception. Let's have a look at the UK top 5, and at number 5 is Mr. Nik Kershaw with, and the UK top 5, hey! At number 5, Nik Kershaw with the Riddle. At number 4, Limahl, Never Ending Story. Oh, we could tell some stories about Limahl. No, I couldn't. Oh, it won't be that gossipy. At number 3, Duran Duran with the Wild Boys. Now, hopefully next week on Countdown, we'll have the 8-minute version of this, and that's something to really look forward to. At number 2, my theme song, I Should Have Known Better, to work with Gavin Wood. Jim Diamonds. Only joking, Gavin.
There's other people you can work with.
I know, I know. And at number 1, Chaka Khan with I Feel For You. I tell you what, Chaka Khan, she certainly has been roaring up the charts. Lovely lady, and over the next couple of weeks, we'll have an interview with Chaka Khan. Now, meanwhile, back here, it sounds as if we're sort of raving about everything from overseas. There are some great young groups happening in Australia at the moment, and some of them have records. So let's have a look at some of the young Australian groups. The first is Beargarden. This group has just signed up with Virgin Records, and I tell you what, I've seen them live, and they have got some great songs. I feel that there are better songs than this one, but this one's working on the charts. Beargarden, not Beargarden. All right, this one hails from Queensland, Solid Citizens, and they tend to send up everything that's very solid and citizen. This is called Singing in the Shower. I do it often myself. Now, this given airplay will work. Nothing like a good bubble bath to keep you clean. Now, that was featured on Sweet and Sour, and so was this. Gang Gajang, Give Me Some Lovin'. And I tell you what, Sweet and Sour has really produced some really fine songwriters, and they're going to turn into really fine groups.
There's no time for condemnation, just to wait. And it's an eerie indication of things that's turning out to be a destruction to distraction.
All right, so there's 3 of the groups that are working. Watch out for them. If they happen to be playing a gig near you, then go along and see them and support them, and you won't be disappointed. All right, now, on the 10th anniversary, we had our honoured guest, the Prime Minister, Mr. Bob Hawke, and he launched with myself the International Youth Year, and we talked about a youth hotline, of which you can ring up your local radio station, and once the hotline starts working, you can ring in and sort of say what you want for 85, what you think is wrong with the country, what you think is wrong with Molly Meldrum, what you think is wrong with my hat, what you think is wrong with anything you like to make Australia a better place. Now, the hotlines are, as I say, your local radio station, and it's over to Gavin to tell you about which stations they are.
Okay, Molly, the International Youth Year Hotline, Sydney 2SM 924 222, Melbourne 3XY 329 1411, Brisbane Radio 10 371 3501, Adelaide SAFM 271 1212, and continuing on to Perth 6 p.m. 382 3687, Hobart 7HT 780 733, Canberra 2CC 417477, and in Darwin 8DN, and of course you know the phone number there.
Okay, thank you, Gavin. Well, they're the radio stations. On a more serious note, that's the chance for you to ring in and talk about unemployment, drug abuse, anything you like that you think will make Australia a better place to live in. The government want to hear from you, and here's your chance to do it. Now, on a very serious note, I heard some very disturbing news this week, and it's about Tina Turner. Now, Tina, as you know, is out here to do Mad Max 3 and also to do some Hilton concerts. Now, the Hilton concerts cost about $50 or over to go to, and they're sold out. Now, when I was talking to Tina prior to her coming out to Australia, Tina said she'd really love to do some concerts for the ordinary Australian who's bought her records, and there are many. We've had so many petitions in asking, will we be able to have a chance to see Tina Turner? Well, she's willing to do them. Her Australian manager, Roger Davies, wants her to do them, but would you believe that Actors Equity has said, no, she can't do them. They reckon that her permit has run out, and that is it. Now, I find this absolutely ridiculous. They're depriving the ordinary Australian record buyer that can't afford $50, but would perhaps like to pay out $12, $15 to see Tina Turner in concert. And why shouldn't they be allowed to do that? Tina's schedule for next year is so hectic, she won't be back. She just simply can't come back. So it means that we're not going to be able to see one of the finest rock performers in the world today. Now, I employ everyone that's out there, every actor, because Actors Equity said that you, the members, have said that she can't come out. I don't think that's true. I think that every actor that really would like to see or firmly believes that Tina Turner should be able to perform in this country to the ordinary Australian worker, please write in to me and I'll pass them on to Actors Equity. And all you people out there who would love to see Tina Turner, you write in as well, and we'll hand that on to Actors Equity, because it is really quite absurd. And talking about Tina Turner, here is the title track off her album. It's a world premiere for us, Tina Turner with Private Dancer. Go.